Mr. Chigenyi, listen to me.
Yes, Chair.
One, you're going to give us the documents that I earlier guided on, every document relating to this project, so-called, from application up to the current status by close of business today. Number two, you're going to come back here on Tuesday and clerk, invite the following persons: the ministers of internal affairs, together with the IGP, the minister for Kampala, the executive director of Kampala will be here on Tuesday. The Lord Mayor of Kampala will be here on Tuesday, together with his executive. The Speaker of KCCA will be here. And while coming here, she or he should come with the minutes, if any, approving this project. If any, mark my words. The persons that constitute the PPC, Physical Planning Committee of KCCA. Finally, the Managing Director of Kiham Enterprises. In your letter, clerk, make sure you are exhaustive. You give them the background and the possible questions they are likely to answer. Thank you very much, Lord Mayor and your team, for coming. Colleagues, welcome to this meeting. As you may recall, on the 22nd day of August 2025, while considering the Auditor General's report for the year ended 30th June 2024, the Honorable Gerard Nangoli, MP, Elgon North, raised the issue regarding Nakivubo Channel development. Is it development, a section of the Nakivubo Channel development? The committee sought to inquire into a number of issues, some of which were raised in the press and were in public domain, regarding the allocation or otherwise, planning or otherwise, and development or otherwise of that section of the channel. The committee sought to get more information from the Deputy Executive Director who led the team from KCCA, and in the course of the inquiry, the committee was informed as follows. One, that on 7th February 2025, Kiham Enterprises did apply to KCCA for permission to undertake development of a section of Nakivubo Channel. That while processing that application, on the 2nd day of August 2025, a copy of the letter written to the Right Honorable Prime Minister by the President of the Republic of Uganda was received by KCCA. And for the record and emphasis, I want to read that letter. It is written on 2nd August 2025, the Right Honorable Robina Nabanja, Prime Minister and Lead of Government Business in Parliament, Kampala. Redevelopment, upgrade and beautification and drainage improvement of Nakivubo Channel. I have got a very good proposal from Ham Chigundu dated 25th July 2025 regarding the Nakivubo drainage channel. Ham points out the fact that the channel is open invites people to throw rubbish including plastics, feces, etc., all of which disgust the people contiguous to the channel, leading to blockages in the channel and flooding. This proposal is imaginative and simple. Allow him to cover the channel after cleaning it and strengthening it at his own cost. What is really godly? What a really godly proposal. How will he recover his money? Simple. Allow him to build properties above it, and that will bring back the money. I approve of the plan. Help him execute. To that, the authority received a letter from the minister from the Minister of Kampala, Capital City Authority, the Executive Director, Kampala Capital City Authority, dated 13th August 2025. Redevelopment, upgrade, beautification, and drainage improvement of Nakivubo Channel. Reference is made to the Presidential Directive, dated 2nd August 2025, for the redevelopment, upgrade, beautification, and drainage improvement of Nakivubo Channel by Dr. Miss Chigundu. I hereby equally instruct you to give Dr. Miss Chigundu all the necessary support and approvals required towards the successful implementation of the same as directed by His Excellency the President. The developer should commence with the ground preliminary site preparation works, like site clearance, cleaning and unblocking of drainage water passages immediately as directed with proper site hoarding and project signages. The presidential directive should be implemented sufficiently and effectively. Honorable Minsa Kabanda, Minister of Kampala Capital City Authority and Metropolitan Affairs, with the copies to Director Physical Planning, KCCA, Resident City Commissioner, Kampala, Inspector General of Police, Uganda Police, Director Operations, Uganda Police Force, and Dr. Amis Chigundu. Pay attention to those copied, those in copy. Dated 20th August 2025, to the Managing Director, Kiham Enterprises Uganda Limited, Kampala, attention Haji Dr. Miss Chigundu, development of a section of Nakivubo Channel. Kampala Capital City Authority received your online development proposal concept of the Nakivubo Channel under reference number 242500004692 on 7th February 2025. This was followed by an addendum stroke amendments to the application under review on 31st March 2025. This innovative and futuristic proposal requires a multi-dimensional assessment with multi-agency inputs, given the considerable ecological and social infrastructural impact on the locality of the larger territorial jurisdiction of Kampala and the neighborhoods. While KCCA Physical Planning Committee, PPC, was still conducting the requisite feasibility and technical studies of your applications, you proceeded to hold off the proposed project site at the preliminary works, including excavations and demolitions, have been undertaken without appropriate guidance and permissions for statutory compliance and due consideration of project-affected persons. Please note that unregulated and unpermitted development activities pose potential risks to life and property, including flooding occasioned by obstruction of the storm drains, obstruction of businesses in the area, obstruction of pedestrian and vehicular traffic, as well as injuries to persons within the project area and damage to neighboring structures. While KCCA is committed to finalizing the review of your development application, you're required to stop the unregulated and unpermitted activities with immediate effect. KCCA technical officers will be availed to guide your teams to avoid immediate and secondary risks arising from your current actions. Specifically, you are required to, 1, remove the debris that is in the channel as a result of the ongoing activities. 2, ensure that tertiary and secondary drainage entrances into the channel are cleared to enable the smooth flow of storm water. 3, ensure that the hoarded section is well maintained to avoid any danger to human life and flooding of the surrounding areas. We look forward to your compliance. Benon Chigenyi. Copy to the Honorable Minister, Kampala Capital City and Metropolitan Affairs, and the Lord Mayor. Appalled by the revelations, the committee asked Mr. Chigenyi on the efforts of enforcing this, and we were informed that the enforcement team was not given access by police. It's upon that basis that we decided to invite the following persons: the Minister for Internal Affairs and the Inspector General of Police, the Minister for Kampala, the Lord Mayor of Kampala and his executive, the Speaker for the authority, and the PPC, which is the Physical Planning Committee. We also requested for the delivery of the following documents: development application by Keham Enterprises, Uganda Limited, minutes of Physical Planning Committee meeting of 13th March 2025, minutes of the Council of the Authority meeting held on 3rd April 2025. Later, from the Minister for Kampala Capital City Authority, Metropolitan Affairs, addressed to the Executive Director, dated 13th August 2025, regarding the development, upgrade, beautification, and drainage improvement of Nakivubo Channel, and the attendant presidential directive to the Right Honorable Prime Minister and Leader of Government Business in Parliament, dated 2nd August 2025. These have been delivered gratefully. Subsequent to our meeting of 22nd August 2025, the committee's attention has been drawn to a letter earlier written to the chairperson, Sectoral Committee on Physical Infrastructure, Parliament of Uganda, dated 19th August 2025. And the subject is oversight visit to Nakivubo Drainage Channel and related developments. Pursuant to the Presidential Directive of 2nd August 2025 and pursuant to Rules 7 and 197 of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament, I hereby direct you to lead the following fact-finding team for an oversight visit to parts of Nakivubo Channel affected by the aforementioned Presidential Directive. 1, Honorable Peter Mugema MP, Honorable David Kabanda MP, Honorable Segumire Muhammad Chibedi MP, and Honorable Ibanda Remulicha MP. You're required to report on your findings within 14 days of the oversight visit. By copy of this letter, the developer, Ham Enterprises, is hereby duly notified and required to cooperate. In light of those developments, it is the view of this committee that as a committee of Parliament, we shall not proceed with a matter that is before another committee of Parliament. So we are advising clerk to ensure that matters related to this particular issue be sent to that committee However, inquiries into matters that are related to, one, encroachment onto KCCA land as contained in the Auditor General's report for the year ended December 2024, shall continue to be investigated by this committee.
Procedures
Yes, procedure.
for the committee's ruling. First of all, the word fact-finding team is not provided for under our rules as a committee. Two, this committee is empowered under the rules, specifically Rule 166C, to assess and evaluate activities of government and other bodies. Three, Honorable Chair, since this committee is not known to be a committee of parliament, there are only two committees which the Speaker can use to enforce her directives. One, a selected committee under 198(1), which has to be moved by a motion after notice and appointed by Parliament and party whips. I'm the whip of FDC. I've never been consulted in this matter. Then last, there would have been an ad hoc committee which has to be moved by Business Committee of Parliament. So every power to come up with a committee of whatever kind has to be through Parliament. Now, what happens if an illegal directive is presented before a committee legally constituted to handle a matter? I think under the law, Honorable Chair, you cannot enforce an illegality. It is null and void, ab initio. So I propose that, are we proceeding right to go under an illegal directive where we are legally moving properly and the witnesses are here? So I really wish to get some bit of clarification and guidance in this matter. Personally, I'm not bound by this illegal directive.
Or you wanted me?
I'm seeking for guidance whether we are proceeding right when actually we are moving correctly and then clogged by an illegal directive.
There's another procedure issue?
We would like to verify if the letter from Parliament is really authentic, because as a member of Parliament and as somebody who follows procedure, we have not been given the opportunity to hear a motion in that regard. So, basing on the developments, we would like to verify if whatever happened in that regard followed the law, and how we would be guided by your committee, sir. Because the rule puts it clear that a motion will be moved in chair. We are in recess as we talk, and such developments are happening. So we would love to be guided, Honorable Chair, on how that came about.
Colleagues, I will guide as follows.
Communication, Mr. Chair. You did not indicate in that very letter by the Speaker whether she was communicating to this very committee, because committees have different mandates and we have always handled issues inter alia in partnerships with other committees. but I did not hear the Speaker communicate to this very particular committee as in her position.
Okay, thank you. It's well understood. Honorable Yusuf Nsibambi, was the Speaker proceeding legal or not? It's not within the province of this committee to make a ruling on the Speaker's legality or otherwise. Honorable Hilary Chiaga, whether the letter from Parliament is authentic, yes, it is authentic. It is a letter signed by the Right Honorable Anita Arnett Among, Speaker of Parliament. For the record, while we were sitting on 22nd August, the letter had been written on 19th August this year. So by the time we were proceeding, it was not brought to the attention of this committee or myself. Honorable, yes, and that I think similarly, we are in recess, it is true. I will refrain from ruling on the legality or otherwise of the Speaker's action. Number 3, Honorable Alan Sewanyana was not communicating to this committee. I think this committee has deliberated and discussed that it will not be neat to continue with the matter before another committee. I so guide. The other issues of accountability will continue. We will handle them on Tuesday next week. This meeting is adjourned.
Really baffling, amazing, very, very disturbing. You see, I'm even short of words to explain what is happening. But knowing what our country is going through right now, one would definitely expect such a development to be expected. Disturbing as it is not shocking. I want to repeat this. Disturbing, perplexing as it is not shocking to me. It's not shocking to us that we are taking this dramatic twist and turn of events in the middle of an investigation of a very serious matter of great national importance, which would ordinarily call for a special sitting of Parliament. Actually, what one would expect from the Speaker, if she was properly addressing herself to the law and the gravity of the matter, is to recall the MPs from the recess and demand that actually this committee should hear this matter expeditiously and in any case make a quick report this week. Today is Tuesday. We would expect the Speaker to give strict timelines so that they have an emergency sitting with a complete report from this committee, not to disrupt the proceedings of the committee to end in such a dramatic turn of events. You can imagine, we came with full board. You've seen the entire institution of COSASE, almost top management and all of us, the top leadership, we are all here, ready to furnish the committee with evidence how our 72-acre drainage corridor is being grabbed. That corridor, right from Makerere to Luzira, 72 acres, 9 kilometers, being taken by a one Hamis Chigun. Now you've had a new company featuring Key Ham. We even have evidence that company has already acquired titles within that corridor. Key Ham previously owned the titles, they were in the names of his bag boy called Nakivubo, the bag boy who had registered himself on the titles of Nakivubo, transferred the same into the names of Key Ham, Chigundu Hamisi. 72 acres, 9 kilometers. And that is a matter which the Speaker does not consider to be of utmost concern. That calls for an urgent sitting of the House. All these machinations, these manipulations and maneuvers are intended to frustrate the cause of justice for Ugandans to know the truth and get a remedy to this crisis. One would ask, as I conclude, if this is indeed a genuine project, why this melodrama? Why don't you let the investigations to continue so that we unearth the truth? I've heard those people are touting it as a genuine development project. Why all these kind of machinations, these maneuvers and manipulations, if indeed it is a genuine one? So finally, the fact-finding team is something alien to me. Like some of the committee members have explained. This House operates through committees, sessional committees and oversight committees. Now we hear something alien, something novel, out of this world, that they are sending a fact-finding mission, and I don't know whether they are coming up with a report, present it to the House, which House is in recess, and then you frustrate the investigation when illegal constructions are going on down there. Very, very absurd.
So what next? The next step?
What? Obviously, for us, we are not going to let this matter go like this. No, we are going to take on the Speaker. Definitely. We are retreating back to our office and chart a new course of action, a new direction, to take on the Speaker, to take on the House head on. Because we are seized with our evidence. We have all the evidence. We have been at it for a very long time. That's how they have even been frustrating the prosecutions we had initiated. The charge sheet we had prepared against Hamis Chigun. That's how they have been frustrating all these criminal prosecutions. Now we are at the epitome, we are at the apex of the audit system, the August House Parliament. We are going to bring this battle here on the doorsteps. We are bringing the battle here to the doorsteps of the Speaker. You just wait, put your eyes on the wall. We are bringing it to the doorsteps of the Speaker. We have to continue with this battle until we regain possession and control of our national asset. It cannot be just be grabbed like that. You can imagine even the letter that was written by the minister instructing the agencies of government that they should swing into action purportedly to implement the presidential directive. It was never copied in. The office of the Lord Mayor was never copied in that letter, which was authored by the Minister for Kampala, ostensibly to implement what they call the presidential executive. And you don't have the courtesy of copying in the Lord Mayor. So we can't take this matter lying down.
To appear before COSASE, and what transpired today, we saw a series of letters from prominent people of this country. One coming from the state, head of state, instructing the Prime Minister to give away Nakivubo Channel to an investor called Hamis Chigun. Another one came from the Minister of Kampala, Honorable Mr. Kavanda, in fact, who wants to represent that area in Parliament come 2026, directing KCCAED to approve the plans, to give the necessary guidance to the investor called Ham Chigun. Another one has been an instruction from the Speaker of Parliament, selecting a committee to go to Nakivubo Channel and make a site visit and report back to Parliament within 14 days. At least today, as Council of the Authority, we can breathe. We want to celebrate this day. The truth has come out. I want to inform the entire nation and the people of Kampala. we have never, as council of the authority, sat in council and gave away Nakivubo Channel to any investor. We have never discussed Nakivubo Channel as a channel, the primary channel in Kampala, as council of the authority. Some big politicians in Kampala have been going around giving false information to the public that NUP councillors gave away Nakivubo Channel to an investor. I must stand here and say it has been wrong, and we condemn those actions. It is bad to drag political parties that are very innocent into battles of gaining political sympathy. It is wrong. It should stop. Gone are those days, I must tell you. Over 20 years, one person is representing Kampala as a member of parliament, now the Lord Mayor, the political head. You go ahead, you fake a document, you say that this is a list that people signed to give away Nakivubo Channel. You know how we keep records. It is only the speaker and 2 witnesses who are councillors and the clerk to council who sit before council in their presence after confirmation of minutes, and they sign them as a true record. In case you're contesting those minutes, then you come out there and you're put on record, which never happened. Because what he has been moving around as a minute giving away Nakivubo Channel was not there. It is not recorded anywhere in our council minutes. It was just blackmail. But thank God, the people of Uganda now know, and the people of Kampala now know. And Nakivubo Channel we are talking about is not a small channel, as we can see. It is a channel that originates from Makerere Hill up to Luzira, Makshon Bay. It is a very big channel, a very long channel. It's the primary channel for Kampala that we have.
Nga abagobezi b'amateeka mu ggwanga naddala mu mbaka palamenti ffe tukola amateeka buli awo twali bagadde gabere nga gategakola ekerekana enda bibalwa mwami Museveni yawadde Hamu omwala gu developing. Hamu n'agenda mu maaso n'ajja n'akuba ekibaati ekyo mu mateeka kirina okubaako kamiti. Hamu gy'ataafuwe bokyali awo nti ebizimbibwa pulani tezayisibwa bukiiko bwa KCCA Physical Planning Committee awamu na Building Committee. Kati twebuuza Hamu inspections baani abagenda okuzikola, kubanga tukimanyi nti mu Building Control Act nti waba pulani webanga egenda okwaprovinga mu Building Committee babuuza engineer kyagenda okuinspectinga omulimu guno, architect kyagenda okugubeerako, mechanical engineer kyagenda okugubeerako, ne engineer ki agenda okugubeerako. Ebyo bibuuzo bikyali awo. So bwe tulowooza nti ejjoogo eryo lyali badde likoma, mwami Museveni talina buyinza bugaba pulaani, ekyo kikyamu. Ensonga endala nka KCCA nga management nabo batuule, tubalaba basirise ebibaati byakubiddwa, tulaba bitrakita kati biri mu kugenda bumenya omwala gwe tumanyi obulungi nti gwa KCCA. So tubagamba nti baveeyo ebyo bakola ebyokwebuzabuza bonna. kati noze okwawukanako n'abakulembeze abalala ne waba Lord Mayor nga head wa institution eya KCCA ateeke abakozi ba KCCA ku nninga bagende bayimirize ebyo ebikolebwa gundi ku mwala gwe Nakivubo. Then bw'obanga bakusabindinga pulani bagende bayite mu makubo amatuufu. Neera ne bbaluwa ya Museveni talina buyinza whatsoever keera nkyaga nti property ya gavumenti egabiddwa bwetyo nti ekolerweko ekyo. Ekyokuzimba ku mwala mu nsi ziri ezaakula babikola naye balina emitendera gye bayitamu bikola. Balina emitendera gye bayitamu bikola wabula si jjoogu. Ebyo byonna bisimanyi holding demolitions ebiri mukolebwa birina emitendera nti gwe oba ogenda kumenya nga bwe tulabe bali mu kumenya kati wajjewa ebbaluwa ya demolition ekukkiriza okumenya ng'ogenda kuseetinga. So nze ndowooza abantu tuleke kwefuula batalaba nti executive director obuvunanyizibwa muyina, Lord Mayor muyina obuvunanyizibwa. Ebyo byendaba kati mu mawulire ebyokulowooza nti nupu nze ndaba okwesiba ku nupu tekijjako. omuntu abadde responsible obadde mu kibuga emyaka 15 ensonga zino zigenda mu maaso ng'oziraba byonna byonna ebbaluwa zetulaba mwami Museveni gye yawandiika tetumunakuwulira mukulembeze yenna agyogerako lwaki ebbaluwa eyo teyogerwako ye ebbaluwa eyo bwe yawandiikibwa Idi yagireeta mu kanso because ebintu ebimu birina okujja mu kanso mubitunuulire mugambe nti yes waliwo directive yakoleddwa naye bakansala bagyogerako ki nokeera enkya bakansala bannuupu nze ndowooza enkola eyo tugikyuse tuleke bintu bingi biza abantu babulijjo bazze banyigirizibwa nga ffe tulowooza ntugenda kukola ebyobufuzi nga tulayidingira ku bannaffe okujjako olinga alina obukakafu abugjeyo ne otunuulira embeera eriwo n'olowoozesa nti ekibuga ejjogolo n'eriza erikolebwa mu kibuga n'olowooza nti nuupu ebaddengawo nze ndowooza tuleke kukwata lutalo lujja mu butuufu bwalwo olutalo lutunuulize mwami Museveni olutunuulize ne hamu ali mu kukola okwesiba ku bakulembeze b'NUP nze sirowooza nti ye solution nze nandisabye bo bennyini nga bo abalina responsibility y'okulaba because amendment yakolebwa mu tteeka lya Kampala mu 2019 naye Lord Mayor obuyinza okubeera political head w'ekitongole kindly atuyambe akole kyalina okukola njagala kulaba ku lutalo nga Lord Mayor lutunuuliza omuntu ali mu kukola illegal development ali mu kuzimba mu bukyamu wabula si kutandika kwesiba ku bakansala unless ng'okujjako ng'olina obuvunaanyi ng'olina evidence nti waliwo kansala eyakozesebwa then okireete n'ebyokujja ebyo ate minati zizino tubagaba ne mulete document mutuyambe mulete document ya kanso eyagamba nti hamu agenda advopinga omwala guno nakakati twagisabye tetunaba kugira naye nga ate bwe tulaba abantu kugira bakuta olutalo batujja ku lutalo lunene olw'okwenunulanga Uganda batufudde balayisi batuzizza ku byamwala gwe Nakivubo so nze ndowooza ng'omubaka parliament ate akiikira ezimu constituencies ziri mu kibuga Kampala nti buli alina obuvunaanyizibwa abukole Idi kola obuvunaanyizibwa abo Lord Mayor kola obuvunaanyizibwa abo ensonga eno tulabe nga bannakampala bafuna obwenkanya naddala abo ababadde bakolera mu kitundu ekyo ekiri mu Kosebo.